Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're doing another fan cam. We are here to do a fan cam for Arsenal's game against Brentford, where Arsenal won 2-1 on the day in the 3 p.m. kickoff. Luke, resident Arsenal fan here on SFeatleyTV. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. You good?
Wicked. Yeah, not too bad. A lot better after that result. So, yeah, I'll start with the lineup. Um, yeah, what did you make of the lineup? I know there have been calls about Pepe, people saying they should play him maybe over Saka, maybe should play him up front, given Lacazette's not scoring goals. But what did you make of it? Because it's sort of a lineup that I was predicting sort of that Arteta would pick.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Emil Smith Rowe comes back in. He was in favour anyway until Martinelli came in after he had some time out. So I think it was, to be honest, that was a no-brainer. And I don't think he's going to be experimenting for the rest of the season really. With anyone down the middle, Lacazette's going to see out. He's either going to stay or he's going to see out his time up there. And even though goals aren't coming from him, I think with him in the system, it works the best up top there. Um, and even Cedric's been playing quite well. He's been doing something a little bit different. So he's been offering Saka a little bit more options on the right. We had plenty of times where he was getting down the right flank there, like we used to see Bellerin do here and there. So yeah, it was nice to have different options. I think that team there with Martinelli in it. I mean, if Martinelli is going to be converted into a striker, then and maybe not Cedric at right back, that's a pretty dope team there. That's probably the team I'd be quite excited to see. But yeah, pretty happy with it,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. I mean, like going into the game itself, and you could see how Brentford wanted to play. I think they came to really sort of get a draw and hopefully maybe even scrape a goal if they get a set piece or something. Because as soon as they came, they dropped deep with a midfield four, and their wing backs dropped back even further to make a back five. So it was all like, you've got to now break us down and stop us coming out with a draw. And we found it difficult in the first half, I think. Sometimes we were just hesitant or slow with that final pass in that final area. Saka, for example, I think was definitely hesitant in time most of the time. And the second half, we managed to hit them early, if you know what I mean,
Mm.
which caught them off guard. And once we did that, it sort of opened it a little bit more out because obviously they then had to sort of come forward a little bit more. But I mean, how did you see it from your end?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. To be fair, although I thought Odegaard was right from the beginning. Really, he's growing into such a good player. He really is. You're starting to see now he has got that vision. He can unlock a pass, and him and Saka were clicking nicely today. So that's really nice to
I'm
see. I
reserving
thought he
judgment
was.
right now.
I thought he was quality. I thought Odegaard was really good today. Apart
Oh, it
from
was good today. Yeah.
yeah, I
I
think we're
mean,
starting to see it.
how I see it is like these players that I don't rate, like White, Odegaard, and that. Don't get me wrong. If they play well, I'll credit them. I think even the ratings, I even gave White a 7, which is not even like. And I usually have an agenda. Apparently, I have an agenda. So apparently, like I think it's actually a gender justified agenda. But there you go.
Yeah,
But I'll give them credit when they play well. It's just more. It's do it on a consistent basis. So if you've done it well this week, do it better next week, and improve yourself, get better. And I think
yeah,
Odegaard's willing. I think Odegaard's willing to do that. I'm not sure about Ben White though. That's my take on him.
yeah. We'll see.
But I was
Well, I
impressed with
mean,
Odegaard.
yeah, Odegaard. I thought Odegaard had a good game. Apart from his shooting, really, like he had one pretty poor effort, and then a couple of times where he maybe should have pulled the trigger. I think maybe Saka could have as well. But when we were feeding those nice balls down into the little channels, whether it was on the left with Tini or the right with Cedric and Saka, it was nearly
It was
always
nice because we're
Odegaard that
using
was.
both. Because usually we
Yeah,
use
it
one or
was
the
nice to
other. And
see.
we're using
Yeah,
both.
but Xhaka was sort of forming that not quite playmaker, but he was feeding those balls in there, and then we had Odegaard doing it on the right and the left, and so we made a lot of chances. I think if we maybe flooded the box a little bit more, maybe, but when Odegaard's sitting on the edge of the area.
That's the
not
thing,
doing
because
that,
I saw like a
Aaron
couple of
Ramsey.
times. Sorry, because I think I saw a couple of times what happened is that one time I saw Smith Rowe got onto the end of a ball that was played by, I think, by Partey or Xhaka. A long ball played up to him. And it weren't until he got the ball and he literally just about to turn someone that they then realised, oh shit, we've got a chance to get in here. And it's like, because all the time before they were just jogging while
Yeah, that's
Smith
right.
Rowe
It's
was
because he
sprinting
dropped
to
the
the ball.
shoulder. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's sprinting towards the ball. They're just jogging. And I'm like, well, if you go at the same pace, you're supposed to go at the same pace of the play, right? So if he's sprinting to the ball and the play is picking up in that pace, you need to go with the same pace. Because if they do that, Smith Rowe doesn't have to then take the extra touch, which then gets the blocking, which then creates the corner. Because he had to take an extra touch because there was no one in the box.
Yeah.
And once he took the extra touch, you then saw someone in the very corner of the screen come through in the box to be able to cut it back to, because there was no one there. So the only way you could do it is smash it off someone and create a corner.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of corners. I think we had about 14 corners today.
Yeah. So
I
again,
think
with that, like they were
24
better.
shots. Sorry, 24 shots, 8 on target. So you think most of them were probably just blocks and stuff like that, and 14 corners to 0.
Yeah, we had a lot of corners, which was good, but I don't really think we had a chance from a corner. A couple of them, I mean, a couple were terrible. Our court, like Cedric was taking most of them from the left side, and a couple were really, really nice, but they were cleared out.
It's something we need to improve on, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think set pieces is something we can get better at. If I'm honest, like, well, I mean, we've improved massively. We've also improved massively on defending them, but I think it's something we should really utilize, because Gabriel and White as well, good in the air, but we don't have that like other figure now. We don't have the Giroud. We don't really have someone we aim for on crosses anyway. So
we don't have that second option up front as well.
Yeah,
that's
the other biggest things. We're bringing on Eddie Nketiah, who we know he's going to run and try, but what are we really getting? So,
a lot of people are making a kicking up a dust about this incident with Xhaka and the captaincy bad.
Yeah.
What did you? I mean, Jez, I had on the player ratings, and he's obviously very critical on League Honest channel about him. But even he saw, from what he saw, it was just more like it was not. He was saying to him, "It's like a miscommunication. It's not to me. It's to go to." And he was pointing to Tierney to say, "It's go to him." So I'm willing to. I'm not gonna sort of, because I really didn't see it too much myself, or see a replay too much of it. So me, I'm not gonna reserve judgment until I see a proper video of it.
Yeah,
like
or if they come out and explain
it did look like he was having a go at Nketiah or anything like that. So I don't think he was disgracing the badge and the captaincy in any way. And to be fair, I wouldn't want him. I'm glad he didn't take it.
I think he knows that. I think he knows that. So
I think the whole fan base would have. But if everyone read it and he said like, no, give it to him, I think the whole fan base will probably just gone like that in the stands.
I think that's honestly, I don't think you're wrong. My actual thought is I think you're right on the first account. I think that leadership group that involves Xhaka, Laka, Tierney, probably a couple of others, they will have known before.
Never known a club to have
they would have known the vice captain today is Tierney, and therefore Eddie didn't know that, I think, for whatever example, and then it's just happened to be, oh no, it's going to Tierney, but you can't just fucking run over to him at any point in the game. So I sort of get it. But I think it was that. But yeah, it could also be that he's like, trust me, mate, the fans don't want me putting this on. So if anything, I respect him more. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, like, so there we are. I mean, going into Wolves, like, it's another important win. We're still 3 games in hand on Man United. They got to play Leeds. We don't know what could happen with them. They could drop points. They could win. They could win. They could win the game. They could drop point. Like,
I'm happier with where we are than I am. I wouldn't want to be.
This is what everyone's saying. Like everyone's been having this debate about who's in the worst state, where Man United or Arsenal. Like, and I've had this debate a long time. And I honestly, the thing is with Arsenal, if we don't get top 4 and we miss out by a point or 2, it could be a referee decision or something. that's happened in early in the season or something like that. But like even then, like we're not losing half our squad. Apparently, on record, from what other like fans that I've had on the channel say, up to 9 players could be gone from Man United. So like, yeah. So I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So
no, there is we can say what we like about managers, and obviously it's easy to think about when we're winning and we're playing nice football. But yes, aside that, I think we've got a squad that there's not really anybody no one's moving on because they're too old. Really, I think you could argue Lacazette maybe would be but we're talking that's the top end really of our
yeah,
scale.
I think that's the thing is like the
yeah.
Nketiah and Lacazette again, and our lack of options up front. That's I think our problem.
Man, I tend to see something in Eddie like that. I think Arsenal fans have just seen too much of him. Like I don't know what it is, but I get that they needed to keep someone around, and you know if we did put Eddie out on loan or sold him, and we knew we weren't going to get a striker in, I think maybe if we had signed a striker like
I would have rather
whoever
got
we
rid
were
of
going
Nketiah on loan and kept Balogun.
I think he would have got. Well, there is that. I don't know. I would argue that I don't. From what I saw of Balogun, when he actually started to get a bit more of a run, you can tell he isn't quite as ready. I think he's going to be a better player, but I don't think he's quite there yet. But I don't think either of them at the moment are what Arsenal should have as their second strikers. We just went from having Aubameyang and Lacazette both playing quite well, and now we've got a Lacazette that's like we're all kind of going, oh, if we had a proper striker, and he's our first, he's our first choice and our captain at the minute. So you know that really is the area that
Your man in the match, finally?
Oh, good question, man. See, I think from what I was watching, man, Odegaard was constantly picking up that ball, trying to get it forward. Then again, I thought the defense was so good until that last 2 minutes. So
I would have said Partey myself.
Partey was so good as well, so good, just sweeping up. And I think he got the assist for Saka's goal as well. Yeah, could have gone to really like. I think I could have given it to O'Neal as well, but I think I'm going to give it Odegaard just because I thought he was pulling strings all game and should have scored. But
lastly, one word answer: are we going to get top 4?
Yes.
Whoa,
yeah, that was so awesome. That was so difficult. That was so difficult.
Well, there you go. We'll leave it there. But Luke, where can they find you so they can come and banter you after we finish 5th?
I should have said maybe. Maybe's a one word. Why didn't I just say maybe?
No, it's one.
Sick.
That's it. I remember the next one. It's yes or no.
Yeah, that's it. Should I say yes or no? I had the chance.
Oh, sorry. The next victim's getting it yes or no now.
Sorry, future people.
But yeah, mate. Where can I find you, Luke?
Nah, just here, mate. I only exist on Twitter and for you, mate. I come here. Just come. SFeatleyTV. That's it. Or I'll be on Twitter now and then, just talking a lot of rubbish about Arsenal, no doubt.
Wicked. Thank you very much. But you'll find him here usually doing every other fan can, and especially after we lost and we're like that.
So good. Love it. Trying to find that positivity when we've lost.
She's like 12 o'clock at night. It's like, just want to go to bed now. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you